we do the best we can. That's, me and other agents.
Mm-hmm.
We're all doing the best we can to get our clients a house.
Hi, everyone. This is Dave Colasari with Homesight Insight. Another episode. Thanks for joining us. We have Bob Selensky, Parkway Realty. How you doing, Bob?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so happy to have you here. And you know what? I do say that to everybody who comes and talks to me. But I am particularly happy that you're here because, I've known you for how long, Bob?
Probably 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
And not only are we, business professionals, but we know each other personally.
Right.
And that always makes it fun and more intimate. You've been doing real estate for how long?
99, late 99 I started.
99. So I started in 97. 99, that's got to be 22 years. Yeah. Okay. And you're, you were a one-man show, right? And now you're starting to do some growth?
Yeah, I've got a couple agents under me, and we're going to be expanding the business with the family. So.
That's not. Some of the best teams are families.
Yeah. So.
And they're just like out of college.
One is graduating from college in May. The next one will be graduating next year. So, and the third one will graduate the year after that. He doesn't really want to be in the business, but I'm working on him.
Maybe once he fishes out what's really out there, he'll be like, I want to be my own boss.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
Right? So have you thought about how this is going to go together? Because I know when my kid was young, there was nothing I could say that he would believe. Okay, everything was like, no, you're wrong. I that's not the way to do it. I can do it. His own agenda. You think any of that's going to come to play when they finally work for you?
I don't know. I don't know because they see the hours that I put in, and it'll be interesting to see if it's everything they hope it will be. So I think I've been successful over my career.
You have been definitely successful.
And but it comes with some sacrifices, comes with hard work and time.
You're always working.
It takes a lot of time.
You're always working. Building
the business, building the relationships. So
what are your goals? How many agents do you want?
Well, I'm going to say slow growth.
Okay.
We'll just take it one agent at a time. And right now, the two agents that I have are working out real well. We'll take one son on this year, and we'll take the next son on the following year, and we'll see where we land.
Are they excited?
I think so. I think they are.
I think they'll work out well.
Yeah,
got a great mentor.
I hear nothing but compliments, so I expect the same once they're working with me.
Good.
One of the things I like to do is walk into a house, and I like to point out the good things, and you point out the bad things as well. Not every house has bad issues, but every now and then you're going to come across something that needs a repair. And I'm no home inspector. I'm no expert by any means, but I've been around long enough to be able to notice a little bit more than the average person. So, and I ask my clients, you want me to point these things out, right? And they go, absolutely. Tell us what you see. So, and they depend on that.
Yeah. You don't realize, because you don't realize how much time and money that can really save your client. It's crazy. And like home inspectors, agents are not created equal. They're all different. They all have different levels of experience. Some have, they may really have an intimate relationship with their clients. Some may think of them just as a number, and move on to the next one. They do so much business. And it's important, like when you hire a home inspector, you should screen your home inspector, but you should also screen your realtor, correct?
Oh, without a doubt. One of the things I like to do when I'm out with my clients and through the entire transaction is be with them every step of the way. Okay, so that goes from, from the initial meeting, talking about the process, setting them up for what they're going to expect, especially with first-time home buyers.
Right, right.
Okay, and then walking them through a flow chart that I've created to let them know, what exactly they're going to be coming up against.
Wait, a flow chart. That is awesome. It's the first time I've heard of that. Because when I have presentations with real estate agents, I'm always saying, hey, you have to expect your expectation, or you have to you have to tell them what's gonna happen. Okay, you have to control that freak out syndrome, so to speak. Okay, like for an example, you order something online. It says it's this big, that size, it weighs this much, and then you get it and it's not that, right? Setting their expectations, flowchart, come on, that's awesome. Tell me more. I mean, from beginning to end?
Well, the entire process, the first thing you need to do is you need to find a good agent and or find a good lender, okay, that they can work together. So, and then from there, what the next steps are going to be, finding the house or looking for homes, walking through them. And then if you decide to write an offer on something, not every home is going to get the exact same type of terms and conditions in the offer to purchase.
Right.
So,
especially now.
Right. Especially now. So you have to look at each one individually. So, and then from there, let's say you finally get an offer to purchase, and in this market, it's a little tough to get an offer accepted. So, then I like to be with them through home inspection. Okay. Not every agent goes to their home inspections, but if and when at all possible that I can be there, I will be there, because I need to hear what's going on from the home inspector and understand what the defects are, if any, so that we can decide how to address them in the offer.
Right.
So moving forward, once you're through home inspection, then, I kind of step back a little bit, because then your lender is going to be taken over. And then the appraisal happens.
You're gonna get handed over.
Right.
This is the next step.
Financing happens, and then near the end of the transaction, again, I'm back in the game. I'm always in the game, always there for questions, advice. You need to be there, especially for the home inspections, Dave.
Yeah,
especially.
Yeah. I mean, it's another thing. Experienced agent has creative ways to maybe get an offer accepted, right? So what kind of challenges are you running up against right now?
Well, right now the biggest challenge is lack of inventory. So I've got buyers that are looking for homes and no homes are available. So, and if something does hit the market, a few years ago, we'd go out on showings with a client and I could show them 10 houses on a Saturday easily. Okay. Now everything's, this one just hit the market. So And then once you get to the showing time and meet your client there's 5 other agents that are walking through the property at the same time. So it's competitive, and you do the best you can, and you try to write the best offers that you can for your client. Things that make sense. I mean, you can't give the world to the sellers, because it is a seller's market. You still have to protect your client.
Right.
So
that's a good step to be different than others.
Well, and to, I think the way I like to look at it is, I think of those first-time home buyers as my kids. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't know anything.
They don't.
They don't know anything. They don't know what the process is, and they don't know what to expect. And
the questions are dumb, they're stupid, whatever the case may be, right? Or whatever you want to call them, but they're not, because they don't know, right? And you got to be able to take those questions. But yeah, that's a good analogy. Take them under your wing, and they're the kids that you're going to be friends with forever. Right.
Well, and now with my boys joining, they will be their friends.
Right. And like I said, they got a good mentor. You're teaching them how to not only be a good realtor, but a good professional, a good friend. And that's all part of it.
Well, it's all about people.
Yep.
I mean, it's the bottom line. I mean,
right.
we're working on selling houses. okay, marketing homes, representing clients, okay. But at the end of the day, you know, it's all about people and how you communicate with them and helping them understand, again, the process and what to expect.
Exactly. Exactly. What brought you to do your own thing as opposed to maybe going to work for someone else, like Shore West or Keller Williams? Why? I mean, you jumped in just with Parkway, right, when you started?
I was fortunate in that I started my real estate business. I originally had my license in like 1990.
Okay.
Okay. And I had a good job at the time and never took the plunge. Okay. So I let my license expire. And then at the end of the 90s, had decided I wanted to get back into it. Wasn't quite sure how I was going to do that.
Sure.
Ran into a friend of mine who was a builder at the time, and he needed somebody to sell his new construction condos. So anybody who knows me from way back when knows that I did a lot of work with new construction side-by-side ranch condominiums, and I did that for years. I worked with buyers of those condos who needed to sell their homes. So I was able to gain that experience as well. So, but I had my broker's license, and we started Parkway Realty as a separate entity from the condos.
Okay.
And then Parkway Realty just kind of
Developed from there.
developed from there. Yeah, yeah. So and
Referrals from friends of friends to friends, and then past clients.
and past clients, and I was able to stay on my own all these years, just based off of the relationships I built.
Sure, because
So.
friends forever.
Friends forever.
Friends forever.
So I've been approached by other organizations.
I'm sure you're like a
but-
shiny star.
But
You
well, I don't know about that. But to date, you know, have been able to just maintain. So, and I'm kind of proud of that.
I think that's commendable, and I think it would be hard to be going back. Meaning, to me, that you're stepping backwards, going to work for someone, as opposed to owning your own.
Yeah, I don't know. There's
It depends how you
trade
present it.
there's trade-offs. There's definitely trade-offs.
All right.
So, I you know, and out there in the real estate world, I suppose I have, I think I have a good working relationship with many of the agents out there. I try to treat them with respect, get back to them when they ask me questions, and I think that's beneficial. So one of the best compliments that I ever received came from a sales director from one of the companies that was recruiting me, and she said if she saw an offer come across her desk written by me, she knew it was going to be a well-written offer.
I'm going to add on to that, and I've already said it. We're doing a home inspection that has Bob as the buyer's agent. It's going to be a decent house. It's going to be a decent house.
Not always.
Well, for the most part.
For the most part.
I mean, that name, you know, yeah, means a lot. Means a lot. Right, right. Do you specialize in a specific area?
If a buyer wants me to show them a house in Richfield, I will show them a house in Richfield or farther. Most of my work, I would say, is on the southeast side, the south side. So I'm going to say Franklin, Oak Creek, South Milwaukee, Cudahy, St. Francis, the south side of Milwaukee, Caledonia, Racine, Mount Pleasant, Franksville.
And that's because of the clientele. Somebody refers you, they know somebody, and that's kind of in
Right.
the same area. That's how that works out.
Right, right.
Okay. How fast you got to move on a house now? I mean,
Yeah.
how are your weekends now? It's like you're sending, I'm sure, drip campaigns to your clients to say, hey, this house is available, and they're calling you right away. I want to see this house. You have to drop everything.
Yep.
And, I mean, how do you do that all by yourself? Just make it happen.
You just make it happen. That's what you do. You look at your calendar and you look at the listing itself, and you look and see what the showing instructions are, and you talk to the listing agent to find out when they plan to present offers. So you can kind of make arrangements and plans and schedule showings, you know, in a manner where if they're not going to present offers till Sunday, I know I can get in there sometime on Saturday. So,
and everybody else.
So it's a challenge no matter how you look at it. Just trying to get into a house so that your clients have an opportunity. So, and all I can say is we do the best we can. That's, you know, me and other agents. We're all doing the best we can to get our clients a house.
Yeah.
So, because it's a challenge. It just is.
I have known people that have been in this business for like ever, and they're like, I have never seen a market like this ever.
Well, and in 2008, 2009, nobody's ever seen a market like that either. So, I mean, it's just crazy how the markets shift and the varying degrees of difficulty one way or the other that you
got to be able to adjust.
You have to be able to adjust.
So somebody who's brand new, like a new buyer, okay, new first-time home buyer, do they believe you when you say, hey, you got to come up with your top dollar? This house you're not going to be able to get unless you get this, and this, just to even be competitive here. Do they believe you, or do they have to get bid a few times or get turned down before they then believe you?
I think they believe me, you know, out of the gates. But it does take a couple times before they get a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Good to hear. Well, Bob, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me.
Bob Selensky, Parkway Realty, great realtor, great friend. If you want both, his information's right here. Otherwise, thanks again for showing up. Thanks for watching another episode of Homesight Insight. Have a great day.